Have not done a video in a while. I saw a couple of movies over the past month, but I've been super busy with not reviewing them. My movie reviews will come back very soon after I rewatch both movies that I saw. But this Saturday night is UFC 302. I mean, not 302, 304. Leon Edwards versus Bilal Muhammad 2. Yeah, the rematch. And we have Tom Aspinall and Curtis Blades on the card. I'm going to go down through the entire card. So it's my entire fight breakdown predictions. And I'm pretty excited for this card. There's a lot of good fights in this card. I really like this card. So first fight of the night, we have Shania Banyan against Alice Ardeline. To be honest, I've never seen any of these women fight. I'm not too sure what to say, who to pick. I've heard of Shania Banyan before, though. And I heard that she's pretty decent. But I'm not sure who Alice Ardeline is that much. She might be pretty good. She might surprise me. But I'll go with Shania Banyan by decision. Next up, we have Mick Parkin versus Lucas Dresky. I honestly think this might be one of Mick Parkin's easiest fights in his career by far. Dresky is not that good from what I remember. He's coming off a very controversial win over Walter Walker, who's Johnny Walker's brother. And I didn't think either of them looked that good in that fight. But I've never thought Dresky was that good. I've always thought he was he was, not really UFC level. But he's tough. He's really tough. Parkin has really good boxing, and he's quick. For being a heavy guy, I can see him. I see Parkin getting this done. I see Parkin by TKO. Then next up we have Sam Patterson versus Kiefer Crosby. I'm sorry, guys, but again, I've only seen Patterson fight a few times, and the only thing I know about Crosby is that he trains at Conor McGregor's gym, and is supposedly a big influencer. I got Patterson winning this, though. I looked at Crosby's record, and I saw that he's fought grapplers and has been submitted by them in almost all of his fights. So I got Patterson by sub. I'm not picking the round, but I think he wins by submission. Then next up, we got Muhammad Mokaev against Manel Kape. I really love this fight. I'm glad it's happening at this time. There's a lot of title implications to it. A lot of people love Manel Kape, and I like him too. I think he's pretty decent. I've been a huge fan of his fights, but he's had an issue in the past making 125. I don't think he misses weight this time though. But he's coming off a guy who's rocked him a few times in the last time he fought. Mokaev, the other end, is coming off a win over Alex Perez. Well, he didn't look that good. Perez is a great wrestler though, and he has really good takedown defense. I also heard that I also saw that Mokaev and Kape got in a fight outside of the fighter hotel lobby, so that makes me more interested in the fight. I'm going Mokaev though. I think Mokaev's wrestling is going to be a little too much for Kape, and we've seen Kape struggle a lot with wrestlers in the past. So I'm going for Mokaev. I think Mokaev is going to go out there being very aggressive, and I think he's going to drag Kape to the ground. I wouldn't be surprised if he hurt Kape if he hurt Kape and, locked on a, sub. But I got Mokaev winning this. I think he's going to submit Kape. Then next up, the final fight on the early prelims, we got Oban Elliott versus Preston Parsons. I've seen both of these guys fight just once, and Preston Parsons has impressed me more significantly than Elliott. However, Elliott was getting tagged by Val Woodburn, who has a lot of power, but that was in a boxing match, and the way Elliott won that is he kept taking the fight to the ground. I don't know if he's gonna be able to wrestle Parsons, and this all comes down to who has the better boxing. I think I'm going with Parsons by decision here. Alright, next up, we have Modestas Bukauskas against Marcin Prachnio. Before I say anything, before I talk about this fight, I just think it's really, really strange that Prashnio has a win over Killer Roundtree. I think that's super, super weird, considering how good Roundtree has been doing his last few fights. Um, and Bukowski is coming off a knockout loss against Vito Petrino in a fight that I thought he was winning. I thought he was winning the fight, even though it doesn't matter. Um, I'm gonna go for Bukowskis here. I think he's gonna be smarter, the smarter fighter, and I think he wins a decision. I don't think he knocks Prashnio out unless he hurts him, but I think he wins a decision. I think he's gonna jab. I think he's gonna just fight smarter than he did. Next up on the card we have Jake Hadley against Callan. I think his name's Callan Lothrain. Now, I'm not impressed. I've never been impressed by Jake Hadley. I've never thought Jake Hadley was that good. He struggled with a few fighters in the UFC who aren't that great. And I'm not really that sure who Lothrain is, but I'm pretty sure he's a lot better than Hadley. I saw his record, and he seems like he's a good sub guy. I can see Lothrain winning a decision. I got Lothrain here. Molly McCann versus Bruno Brazil. Again, never been a big Molly McCann fan, but she's been way more impressive than Bruno Brazil lately. And she's coming off a good one over Diana Belbita, where she looked way better at 125 than she does at 115. I think McCann wins this. I think McCann is going to be a lot. Hold up. Let me see if it's at flyweight. Oh, it's at strawweight. Yeah, she looks a lot better at 115 than she did at 125. I think McCann wins it. I think McCann's the better fighter. And I got McCann by finish. I'm not picking the method of finish though. I think she finishes Bruno Brazil. Then the Daniel Wood versus Daniel Pineda. It's really funny because I thought Daniel Pineda retired. With that being said, though, he's a really good ground guy. But Daniel Wood has been a good prospect for a while and a really good striker. And he's coming off a loss against Muhammad Nemov. I think that's how you say that guy's name. And I didn't think that... I think that Wood would have gave him a better fight if Nemov didn't, cheat a few times. I got Wood winning this, though. I think he wins a second round TKO. Then next up, we have Arnold Allen on the main card. Arnold Allen versus Giga Chikadze. I'm going to start off by saying this. I think Chikadze is very overhyped. I don't think he's overrated. I just think he's super overhyped. I'm a fan of his. I just wish he would have came into the UFC earlier. He had a close fight with Alex Caceres, and I just feel like if he had a close fight with Alex Caceres, not shutting Alex Caceres. I think Alex Caceres is decent. But you go from fighting Alex Caceres to fighting Arnold Allen. Arnold Allen has fought top 10 guys. Arnold Allen, to me, it kind of reminds me a mix of Calvin. Oh, it's like a mix of Calvin Kattar. And I want to compare him to Max Holloway, but he seems like he's a lot like Calvin Kattar. And we all know how that fight went. That fight was, super close until Allen, until Kattar got injured. And I don't know, Chikadze's best win is against Edson Barboza. I'm going with Arnold Allen here. I think Arnold Allen is the better fighter. He is coming off, even though he lost against Movsar Evloev, he actually gave Movsar Evloev a really tough fight. I just think he's a way better fighter than Chikadze is. Plus, it's in England, so he's not going to want to lose. Then, next up, we have Christian Leroy Duncan against Gregory Rodriguez. Now, almost everyone is going for Rodriguez. Short notice. Rodriguez, has better wrestling. They're not, they don't really like Duncan. Duncan's takedown defense. That's not going to be the case with this. If this wasn't a short notice fight for Rodriguez, I'd say that Rodriguez has a chance of beating Duncan, and he does have a chance. But I don't think he has as much of a chance as he does if he wasn't coming off a short notice. Rodriguez likes to box. And that's not really what you want to do against Duncan, because Duncan is really quick and he's really powerful. I wish this was the original fight, but it's a 3 weeks notice fight for Rodriguez, and I got Duncan winning by TKO, but I'm not picking the round that he wins. I only picked the round that Nathaniel Wood won because I think Nathaniel Wood's gonna get Pineda out of there. But Duncan I think wins by TKO, but I'm not picking the round that he wins in. Then next up we have Bobby Green and Paddy Pimblett. I like this fight a lot. Tough test for Paddy Pimblett. Green is coming off a win against Jim Miller, and Pimblett is coming off a win against Tony Ferguson. I think Tony should have retired after he got knocked out by Michael Chandler. He gets hit a lot though. Pimblett does. And if anyone knocks out Paddy, or I think tags him real bad, it might be Green, but I don't know if Green is gonna knock him out. I think if Green was younger, I'd say that Green would win. But Green is 37 and Paddy's 29. I got Paddy winning this fight. This is the first time I'm going with Paddy. I got Paddy winning the decision here. The next up, we have Tom Aspinall against Curtis Blades. A fight that I'm very interested in. Excuse me. The first fight ended in a no contest and was only 15 seconds. Where Tom Aspinall tore his knee up. Tom Aspinall is coming off a really impressive win over Sergey Pavlovich, where he knocked him out in the first round. And a lot of people, were going for, Pavlovich, including me. I thought Pavlovich was going to be a next big thing because I forgot how Tom Aspinall was, how quick he was. But Aspinall showed me that he's really quick. And Curtis Blades, I like Curtis Blades a lot. I really do. I like Tom Aspinall a lot too. So, drum roll. And I like that Curtis Blades is coming off a really impressive win over Jelton Almeida. I don't want to pick this fight because I like both guys. But if I had to put my money on somebody, I'd say that Aspinall wins this. I think I like Curtis Blades. I really, really do. Curtis Blades is a really good fighter. But I think Aspinall is going to be a little too quick and too elusive for Blades. I think Aspinall tags Blades, and I think he finishes him probably the first round. I think I think it's a first round TKO. Now if Blades can survive it, because Blades is super tough and hard to finish. If Blades can survive the onslaught of Aspinall, then he has a chance to win. But I don't know if he does. I think Aspinall is going to be a little too speedy for Blades, and I got Aspinall winning this. Then next up, we have Leon Edwards and Bilal Muhammad. Now, I'm going to talk about this fight for like a couple of minutes, and then I'm going to do my prediction. So, Leon Edwards is coming off a win against Colby Covington. And I thought he looked okay in that. I didn't think either him or Colby looked that great. I thought both of them, looked like, I'm going to go ahead and flat out say, I thought they looked like crap. And I like Leon. I'm a fan of Leon. I used to not be a fan, but I became a fan of Leon after the Gunnar Nelson fight. But I don't really see and then Bilal Muhammad is coming off a win over Gilbert Burns. Now, I gotta see how many. Bilal Muhammad is on a 9-fight winning streak. And he's in the no contest against Leon Edwards, which Leon was winning the fight, but there was a couple of eye pokes in the fight. And the final eye poke, rendered the fight unconscious. But I really wish there wouldn't have been an eye poke. I really wish we would have seen that fight play out to see how it would have went. And Leon is on a 12-fight winning streak. The last time Leon lost was December of 2015 against Usman. That was his last loss against the first time him and Usman fought. Okay, so who am I going with here? I'm going with Bilal. Yeah, I'm going with Bilal here. And the reason why is because I feel like Bilal is being overlooked, and you know, a lot of people are gonna laugh. You know, they're gonna be like, "Oh, you're going for Bilal." I don't really think it's gonna be an easy fight for either one of them. I think it's gonna be a really tough fight for both of them. Leon has really good range though, and he's really good. I just don't know. Um, I just don't know what I don't know if he's taking Bilal lightly or not, because I feel like he is, and Bilal has proven that he's better than a lot of people think he is. I got Bilal winning this. I just think Bilal's gonna do exactly what Kobe did, but I think he's gonna do it more. I think he's gonna pressure. I think he's gonna pressure Leon and be in Leon's face the entire fight. I don't think he's gonna let Leon breathe. I think that's how you beat Leon. I feel like in order for you to beat Leon, you have to go after him and wrestle him, which Kobe did, but not until like the third or fourth round. He was able to take Leon down, but he wasn't able to hold Leon down. And Bilal's not gonna be like fucking Kobe or Usman, where he just stays there. Bilal's gonna go after him. Bilal's gonna, I feel like, dictate the pace. And I think Bilal wins this. I don't think it's an easy fight for either guy, but I think Bilal wins this. I think he wins a decision. I think he wrestles the fight. I mean, the whole entire fight. I mean, I don't know if he gets Leon down easily, because Leon's takedown defense is improved, but I think he's gonna I think he's gonna pressure this. I think he's gonna pressure. I think he's gonna wrestle and clinch. Wouldn't surprise me though if Bilal ended up ground and pounding his way to a finish. But we'll see what happens this weekend. I'm actually really excited for these fights because most of them are hard to pick. But yeah, those are my picks for UFC 304. Hopefully the card's good and it's not a shitty card. Alright, I will see you all later. And please stay tuned for more videos like this. Thanks.